a marrow match, that's even harder. So the way that they do that is by swabbing the inside of your cheek, and you get listed on a registry. That is for anyone 18 years and older, so parents, volunteers, coaches, TOs, students at Full Sail, go over there and get your cheek swabbed and get on that registry. Food trucks will be in the main area. There are TOs everywhere. Over here we've got Fluffy, the main TO station. If you guys have any questions, coaches, check him out and get that answered. I think that is just about everything. If you're sitting at a station that does not have a mouse and you did not bring a mouse, make sure you tell the TO and they will get you one. But hey, I think it's good luck, have fun time.
Absolutely. Always, it's all about having fun. But let's remember, there's a lot going on. It's a little overwhelming. Just ask any one of us. We can help you out. But not only is the fun here in the Full Sail Live venue, hello to all of our friends online. We also have a lot of gaming happening in the Fortress. And my dear friend, Jess Ryder, is out there. Let's say hi to Jess in the Fortress.
Hi, Tracy. Thanks, everybody. Welcome to the Full Sail University Orlando Health Fortress. If you've never been here before, it's one of my favorite buildings in the world, and it's the home of Full Sail Armada. Full Sail Armada is Full Sail University's collegiate esports team. We compete in a ton of games, including the games that y'all are playing today. If you want to learn more about Full Sail, we have campus tours happening throughout the weekend, so you can head to the live venue, you can learn more about our degree programs, learn more about esports at Full Sail, and all the awesome opportunities for you when you get through all this, and then high school, and then, you know, then you get to go to college. But yeah, we're gonna get into some gameplay. I think we're gonna kick things off with some Valorant. So I'm gonna throw it over to our incredible casters here in the Fortress, my buddy Quinn and my pal Matt. Take it away, boys.
Hey, thanks, Jess. We are live here in beautiful Winter Park, Florida, here at the Orlando Health Fortress and Explosive. We did it. We did it. This is the NAF Finals for 2023 XP League. It's going to be fun here today.
I mean, it's going to be an exciting weekend. You know, these teams have grinded all the entire season just for this moment. And hey, Fortress, let's make some noise! Let's go! We are here. It is time.
It is time. We're about ready to bounce into that Valorant action. Of course, we have a bunch of games coming up here, but again, it is an absolute honor to be able to kick things off with some Valorant action. Best 5v5 game that there is in the industry. With that being said, we have a bracket coming up here that we're going to have to take a look at. Let's kick it off. And these are some familiar names that we are seeing. Of course, you have the Triangle Minotaur, the Franklin Wolverines. That is going to be a fantastic showing here. But we're going to be covering Alexandria versus Cupertino here on the mainstream. And these are two teams, 4 and 5 seed respectively, that are a lot to look out for.
Yeah, I mean, you said it perfectly. 4 and 5 seed, you know, the closest two teams that we have in this first round. And we just got word that the map is going to be Haven today. One of the most interesting maps. You got 3 sites you got to attack, A, B, and C, but you also got to defend each of them. So it's going to be really interesting to see how each of these teams tries to attack these sites and what their defense strategies are going to be, because we've seen a lot of changes recently to a lot of agents, and this is going to be a banger of a match.
Oh, it's going to be a fantastic match. And again, you mentioned those 3 sites, a little bit different from your typical Valorant maps. Usually you have 2 sites. This time you have 3. So for the defenders, it's a little bit extra. Gives the attackers a little bit more of an advantage in that regard. Should be interesting to see what they can do in this regard. And Explosive, talk to me a little bit here. What kind of strategies do you want to see pop out on Haven?
Oh boy, I mean, there's so many classic strategies. You know, the classic Sage strategy, wall up one site. Please don't go here. That's all we're going to say with Sage and move on with the day. But also, breaking into the scene recently, some Harbor. We love our water weaving boy. He's going to throw down that water wall, you know, make sure that, you know, it's still Sage light. He has some really great utility. Yeah, exactly. Same thing, different thought. And I mean, he's been showing up so much in pro play and in the XPL meta. So it's really going to be interesting to see which direction these guys are going to go today. And of course, everyone's favorite, Gecko.
Oh.
Gecko? Gecko? Anyone? Gecko?
Gecko?
Come on. Wingman, the best boy in the world. Come on.
Call
Come
him
on.
Fred.
True.
Canonically, Fred.
Canonically, Fred. I mean, he's changed so much in the game since he's been out in a short time. Wingman is so strong, being able to plant and defuse on an ability. It's an ability, guys.
It's an ability that some say should not be an ability. I mean, new character, of course, should be interesting to see if he does get pulled out. But if he does, adds so much dimension to the team that decides to rock with the new character. And there's so much potential there that we could potentially see. Personally, Explosive, I'm going to tell you what. I want to see someone just straight up W key Jet.
Oh, W key Jet.
That is my strategy when it comes to Valorant. That's why I'm a caster, not a player. I'm a caster for a reason. But W key on Jet, just send it in. Full send that.
I mean, it works. You know, Bucky in hand, Judge in hand, run forward, we go. Yeah, great.
Is a little bit of an overstatement. I would say it's about like a 50-50 chance. Sometimes you go in, get 3 frags, and then get out. Sometimes you go in and immediately die.
Yeah, you get one tap.
Usually the latter for me.
Yeah, fair enough. But I think the really interesting thing is just a few weeks ago we got a balance change, and Chamber is back.
Oh.
He is back, and he's ready to tear it up once again. They removed the lockout time on his teleport. Why are we bringing him back?
They are sicking Chamber on the Valorant community.
Oh, yeah. They're sicking him down.
He's a weapon of mass destruction.
I mean, literally, he has a sheriff and an op for free.
For free.
Yeah,
no,
but I mean, they buffed the op too. They buffed the op too. They gave 15 more attack speed. Come on, man.
If you are not playing Chamber, you are part of the problem, is what we're trying to say. So there's going to be a lot of fun Chamber gameplay, and of course, you have that teleporter as well that adds so much dimension to this. I want to see some quick plays, quick in, quick out. I'm all about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think my most interesting thing is going to be who decides to change it up today. That's always the key, is who wants to stray away from the meta? Who doesn't want to go, you know, the classic Jet, Chamber.
Blaze their own trail.
Exactly. I want to see some Reyna. We want Reyna action, you know, the solo plays galore. Sure, they got buffs on the flashes, which is nice, but she's known as this solo player who can take over a game. And I mean, we've got some gunners here.
Oh, we absolutely do. Throughout the entire bracket, we have some gunners, but especially within this lobby that we're about to cook up, we have some people to watch out for in that regard. And of course, going to be a lot of potential there with those agents. Who are we going to see in these compositions? Of course, again, with it being Haven, a 3-map site, of course, you're going to have to make those adjustments where need be to provide a little bit more defensive on those defensive rounds, but also to capitalize on the fact that, hey, it's not an easy split here. You have to have probably one player on one site. You got to dedicate that one player and hope that that player can hold things down. Hope that nobody goes to that site. The amount of times that I've been sent to C long and sent swiftly to death is so bad.
Every time.
It is so bad. Luckily, though, these rotations on Haven, they're pretty easy. B is kind of that little in-between. As long as you're not on C, I mean, it's pretty easy to rotate into A as well. There is those rotation factors, but still, very much attacker-sided in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, when we talk about C-Long on Haven, man,
oh,
I get so scared every time.
It's nightmare fuel. I see my sleep paralysis demon every time.
Yeah. So if you know how to use a Marshal or an Operator or even a Sheriff on pistol round, it's over. C is impossible. GG, go next. We go next round.
We go next round. We go next round. That's
the
other thing that we have to look out for. The team that starts on the attacker side might actually be at the disadvantage. I always love to talk about it. It's the 9-3 curse here, Explosive. And for those who are unaware of the 9-3 curse, it is foretold. Legacies have said that if the team leading by the 9-3 scoreline at the end of a half when you switch sides, they usually lose.
Which, I mean, if anyone was watching the Masters tournament this weekend, it happened a couple times again. It's just the 9-3 curse.
I don't know why people don't believe in it.
Well, that's because it's not real to some people, and then, you know, they fall for it. But it looks like we're finally getting into game. Ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time for the first match of NA Finals 2023. Let me hear you!
Let's kick off the action here, partner. We're bouncing into that player selection screen, and here is where things get very interesting because you're going to see those agents pop up. You're going to see a lot of different strategies. Everybody has their own way that they're going to want to play things out here. It's looking very interesting. I'm immediately spotting out that Astra pick. If that gets locked in, that is so much potential there. The way you can control a map.
Oh, come on. Please, please.
No.
Give it to me. Give us the Cypher, baby. Come on. I mean, we got so many interesting choices here coming out. You got the Breach coming out already. Jet locked in. Killjoy, too. Oh, we love some Killjoy, baby.
Oh, this is going to be special. This is going to be special. The double Astra pick, again, because that provides so much map control. The way that you can segment out an entire site just simply with that Astra pick is so good.
I mean, it's crazy strong. And the Cypher gets locked in.
It's locked in. It's destiny. Here we go.
Thank you
Explosive.
so much. Oh, Cypher is my main. I love him so much. Oh, this is going to be awesome. I mean, looking at these two comps, something really key to point out. Both going one duelist, no chamber.
And the other thing about that, you just said it. No chamber.
Yeah.
We talked so much about the chamber, and, well, no chamber.
We'll
definitely see the chamber load up eventually,
but
though.
We're in game, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, if you're not hyped for this, I don't know what else. We're finally here in game round number 1, and we're going to take a look at how the teams are setting up. That's going to be very pivotal to see, what's going to go down between these two teams. Looks like we're going to get a standard A start for the attackers here.
And again, it's going to be a matter of whether they can get that opening frag over there. They're going to be met with some defense on that side of things, though, so it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. We're 10 seconds away from kicking off the NA Finals here live from the Fortress in Winter Park, Florida. It's Full Sail University, and it is ready to go. With the early peek here out of Trash Tier, he's going to spot a little bit. Spidey, though, with the aggression there, could very well catch it, and he's going to get the kill. Chet able to get out of there with his life. First kill goes the way of the defenders here, but they're going to have to get out of this. It's a dicey situation, Explosive.
I mean, it's very dicey, but that Breach charge was beautifully placed, allowing him to get out with just a sliver of HP. Looks like the rotate's going to come out towards mid. Nemo gets a beautiful pick on the Emperor, and that's going to even it up just a little bit less. Come on now. Pushing forward. HP are so low. Killjoy low. Breach low. Jet low. Shots just don't land for Rambo. 3v5 situation. Time is on their side, and the vulnerable 3 HP. Oh, beautiful pick from Rambo right there. And another one. Oh, hit it for the third. Beautifully done from Rambo right there. Everything going right, taking the shots just the way you need it.
Gray living up to the name, going absolutely Rambo on C site with 3 on the board to kick us off in the pistol round. You're going to have so many credits with that one. Oh my, he means business.
And business indeed, as we take a look at the buys coming out right now. Full save. You can't spend a dime if you want to buy for the next for the attackers, but the defenders are going wild.
Oh, it's going to be all-out bloodbath. By all accounts, the defenders should very well take this, but that being said, we've seen some thrifties come through before, and you have the classic in hand. What can you do with that? Is Craig going to be getting aggressive with the shoddy? Zuba going to lock down that middle, and now Craig just comes through and lights him up. Emperor, last player standing, does get the first 2 kills to go, though, so it's a 3v1. What can he do in a spot like this? Has to lock down middle. It is going to be very difficult with them approaching at every angle. Spidey calls round, and despite the valiant effort out of the Emperor, he is dethroned.
Yeah, I mean, he had a great position there. He was managed to pick up 2 kills right there, which, good for him. I mean, it's a really difficult situation. You're in a 1v5, and they all have weaponry. Uh-oh, not good.
The thing about this, though, that's very interesting about the Valorant meta when it comes to the credits is the fact that in round 3, if you lose the first 2 rounds, you actually have the advantage because you see these buys coming out. You have the Spectre on the side of the defenders, but on the side of the attackers here, you have full buy, you have Vandals, you have Phantoms, you have everything that you could possibly ask for. You're going to have those long-range gunfights inherently more towards your side. It's just a matter if you can get those picks down, and it's looking like a C-long approach here. First line of defense is going to be that Astra, and it's going to be Rambo once again with the shoddy. They're all lining up for him. He just has to fire, and he will. 3 fall immediately. immediately, and Cupertino is in the driver's seat.
Yeah, Cupertino's in the driver's seat for sure. As Alexandria, they're all taking so low from it. Oh, it's already over. I mean, not enough can be said that round. The Astra pull in with the vulnerability was perfect. 5-man pull in. I mean, where else can you see this put at NA Finals? Come on, man.
This is XP League at its finest here. Cupertino is absolutely frying Alexandria. They have to find a response in this round 4, but with the Sheriffs in hand, that is going to be very difficult. You now see the upgrades coming on the side of the defenders. You now have those Phantoms being bought. You also have a Bulldog thrown in the mix, which we love to see, a little bit of a different shift in the meta there, and all that A push is immediately going to be read by the Breach with that utility coming through to make that a little bit difficult. And Trashed here is popping heads. He's playing pubs, but this is the NAF Finals.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say? The crosshair placement is phenomenal. Saturn will find one, but
Gray, stop it.
Well. Gray.
Stop it, Gray.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right, we can calm down for a moment.
Okay. Can we, though?
Can we, though? No, we can't. Who am I kidding? No, we can't. This is the finals, man. The North American Finals. Come on. First round, opening round. Astro's getting low, so we got to see what will happen here.
2v3 turns into a 1v3 as Tsubasa finds that first kill. We just have to figure out where the Sky is playing from. Just trying to hit the shots is Saturn with the Sheriff, trying to prove that he runs this town in Winter Park, Florida. Cannot seem to get the shots to go, though, as Tsubasa with 1, Tsubasa with 2, and Tsubasa with the round. Now up 4-0, and Cupertino, they're looking good.
That's an understatement of the century, by the way. They are looking so dominant. 4 total deaths. I want to point that out.
Oh my.
4 total deaths already.
And Gray already sitting on a 10-piece. We are 4 rounds in. We are just entering round 5, and this man is already dropping 10.
Oh, yeah, he's already 10 kills in double digits. Over 2 kills a round, say what?
Oh my. And again, we talk about the Astra pick, just the amount of control that he is applying to this map as well. Oh, Cupertino, they feel so good right now. The aggression here out of Trash here is going to find one through the smoke. He has those walls on. Gets 1, gets 2, firing through, but they equalize it out. It's Jin and Saturn. Tsubasa does manage to find 1, finds 2 as well. Another 2-piece comes down to Emperor. Cannot live up to that situation as Gray the Rambo closes it out.
I mean, okay, not enough can be said this game. Tsubasa has been lights out with these arrows. Start of the round, launches the lineup perfectly, and spots not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 members of Alexandria. Every single member spot out, allowed to give Trash here time to go in, as we are going to head into a tactical timeout
and
here.
This is smart.
This is so smart. You know, you're down 5-0, and it is not looking great for your team. You know, you got to figure out, you know, where are we going to get some morale from, because it's looking very, very tense at this moment in time.
Yeah, and again, Alexandria, they're here for a reason. Again, we talked about them. They're one of the 4 or 5 seeds in this bracket, so they're here for a reason. And of course, you have the lower bracket as well. This is a best of 1 up until the grand finals. We'll talk a little bit more about that before at some point throughout the broadcast, but in this timeout here, again, you have to figure out how you're going to get your mojo back a little bit. You're off to a little bit of a rough start here, all things considered. Again, you have that swap as well coming up where you could potentially regain, but you have to put up some rounds here, and now the economy has not been too great for you. It's something that you have to work on building up, and Valorant is economics 101 at some points.
I mean, especially in a game that looks as one-sided as this game is. The economy is so brutal to keep up with, because 1 round you have to save by sheriffs and light shields the entire time. Which is no fun. Unless you're hitting headshots, then kudos to you. But if you're on that attacking side, you know, you're sitting on 5, 6, 7,000 credits, not having to spend a dime unless you fall. I mean, it's so brutal for them right now. And this break is going to help them out so much.
And again, you outlined it. There were 4 deaths on the side of the defenders. 4 deaths. So that not only contributes to the economy, they have a surplus right now. They could lose 2 or 3 rounds, and they would still be able to buy in that 4th round. So a tall hill for Alexandria to climb here, but they have that tactical timeout that they have initiated, and they're going to have that potential to climb out of that. It's just a matter of finding that strategy here as with the timer starts ticking, minute on the clock. What do they have potentially cooked up here? Another thing that you have to outline is the fact that, hey, the mojo here for the side of the defenders, up 5, gotta make sure you don't get a little bit too comfortable there. I loved the push down mid. Don't get me wrong, I love seeing the Jet W key, but you gotta be very careful.
Yeah, I mean, they've been so aggressive. I could have sworn for a couple rounds I thought they were attacking. They are pushing so far forward. It's absolutely incredible, but they just keep getting away with it.
Yeah.
Time after time after time after time, they keep
seamless.
getting away with it. And they can't keep getting away with it, man!
They absolutely cannot keep getting away with it. At some point, the attackers are going to have to find that groove, and they're going to have to get a couple of kills. A couple of kills will eventually swing their way. They're going to have to get back in this through those couple of kills. And again, it's just a matter of getting that site established. That's another thing we really haven't seen them do. They haven't gotten that spike down. That's a main part of the game, is you have to get that spike to go. Can they do it in round number 6? That is the question.
Yeah, the other thing you got to point out, every single first blood in this game has been Cupertino. Every single time. They can't get that opening pick. Like, as long as Alexandria can get that opening pick, that can change the tides of this game completely. As Operator, we hear the Operator shots ringing out down mid. Trashed here with the Operator. He's looking down. He's going to try to find this down in Cubby, see if anyone's trying to get into Garage. He sees that nothing's there, so he's going to dash away and hopefully find another location to use this Operator. Most expensive gun in the game, and also the most deadly.
Oh, the most deadly indeed. And here's what Alexandria is doing. They're playing this very slow. They're realizing, hey, if we keep running into these guys, eventually it's just going to end up not working. And it's not worked throughout the entire thing. Cupertino, though, they get aggressive. If you can just catch them a little bit too aggressive here, potentially around the corner. This is going to be big. 2v1 right around the corner here. First spot out as Tsubasa gets the kill. Now Emperor has to find that trade. Does he know that Emperor is there, though? I don't think he does. That's going to put a halt to Alexandria's plans here, as Emperor has to back up.
Yeah, and backing up is really key here. 40 seconds remain on the clock. Time is ticking. Pushing down mid onto B site. They're going to try to make an attack! As Trash Tier finds his first pick with that Operator. Here comes the spike. Spike is planted, lining up onto Brokening. And man, it's getting close. It's getting close.
Personnel disadvantage here for Alexandria. They're going to have to find their way out of this. They have that spike down. That's the first for them in this situation, but they have lost the site control. Last player standing is Emperor. He's got the lurk going, though. Do they line up? No, can't get the shots to go. It's Spidey with the third on the board for the round. Trash Tier will get the defuse, and Cupertino coming out of the break, secure their 6th round.
Yeah, I mean, Alexandria, it definitely looked like they had a much more solid plan there. They knew exactly what they wanted to beat out. It's just a couple of those gunfights just didn't go their way, and that was just the difference right there. I mean, a beautiful idea right there from Emperor to loop all the way back around and try to get that lineup.
Can we talk about the fact that Tsubasa has literally not died?
What?
8-0.
Oh.
Someone's...
No?
Is he running... Is this Halo? Is he running around with, like, an invisibility cloak?
Apparently, as we saw in the last round, the shots just aren't landing onto his head, and that's just letting him live every single time.
3 ultimates here online for Alexandria, 2 for Cupertino, and it's going to be interesting to see what they can do. The aforementioned Tsubasa has his ultimate, can completely open a site if they do need to retake here. And Alexandria, once again, a little bit of the slow game here, Explosive.
Yeah, slow game indeed, trying to slow down the pace of Cupertino. Cupertino knows that they're in an advantageous position, trying to use the Skydog to scout something out for this heavy, heavy A attack.
Emperor, no!
Shin does finally, Tsubasa finally falls for the first time, and finally, it's down to his
back and forth we go. Checkerboard in the kill feed here. Spidey looking for one, but Jin says no. Now Trash Tier trying to reapproach. Saturn with the Sheriff is going to gun him out of his boots. It's Gray the Rambo. We've talked so much about him. He is the top frag for this team. Stuck in a 1v3 with the big gun. It's the Odins. The bomb goes down. Now has to approach into the site. They're all grouped up together, though. They really don't have a lot of room to work with here. First spot. It's not going to go. There you have it. Alexandria responding in round 7 with their first, and that was such good execution on their behalf.
I don't think how important this is can be measured by any amount of words. You finally get your first round on the board, and that can swing momentum very easily. And 6-1, it's still doable. It is still incredibly doable. Defender-sided map, of course, so it will help out a lot too.
That being said as well, Alexandria, they have the ult economy going their way. 4 ultimates online. The Lone Sky without the ultimate, but so much room to work with here. You talk about that Sage ultimate as well. The shots ringing through. Jin is so lucky he didn't get caught by any of those.
That's one of the most terrifying sounds in all of Valorant. It's just the Odin spray. As a beautiful dig will come out from Jin. He will find the opening pick of the round, helping out his team immensely. Here comes the Odin sprays yet again. The concussion will come out, will not actually end up getting a tag, but a shot through the smoke will land as the B attack is coming out. They do have control over this B site for the time being.
Pincer is on here, partner. You have 2 players on each side. You're gonna have to get the frags. It's Rambo though coming through. Frags from each side, and now Trash here has that ultimate pop. But the Sage Wall comes up. Last player standing is the Emperor. He's nowhere near this site. Nemo just trying to figure out where he is at this point. Personnel advantage, a 1v3. Bringing a knife to the gunfight is not advisable. Nemo will take that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Twice on Sunday.
Twice on
Sunday. I mean, what a beautiful retake right there. Unfortunately, you can't get the spike down onto that B site. And B site is one of, if not the most dangerous site to attack on this map. You can be attacked from so many different angles. It's so hard to hold that site down and lock it up. So we're just going to have to see how they adjust for that coming up.
And Alexandria, they're in that economic pit here. Of course, Cupertino, they lost that round. It didn't really affect them, though, because they had won the last 6. Now Alexandria, once again, sent to the Shadow Realm in that regard. Is once again going to be Jin. First line of offense here, trying to break his way onto the site. Has that Sheriff in hand. What heads can he find?
One goes down. Novo fights second with the nade. Rambo finds the third of the round. It's brutal. It's a massacre down C-Log as Trash here trying to see if anything can be found, but beautifully done. Wow.
There's the equalizer there. Saturn just runs out of bullets. Now it's just going to come down to the Sage.
It's all about the Sage here. She does heal
exactly where she is.
She does have that res. Wall is available if they want to try to get this res off and throw down the wall and try to run away. But the key thing is spike with C. But beautiful shots from Nemo right there, and that's going to be a 4K.
4. Now 8-1, and I always love to talk about it. 9-3 curse is still potentially in the cards. See, Alexandria is going to have to win 2 of the next 3 rounds to make it happen, but that switch could be so big.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing right now is shutting down Rambo, man. The Rambo is... I mean, we said it earlier, we can't stop saying it. He is going absolutely Rambo right now.
Living up to the name
incredible.
And then some.
Yeah, living up to the name as the operator's getting moved on to C. The wall divide is here. The dog, Saturn can't find
get the information.
Oh, they don't know.
Takes the wrong angle. Doesn't get the information.
Oh, the pre-fires. The beautiful pre-fires right there from Cypher are going to land. Takes a shot down. Very nicely done. As it's going to be a little bit of a slow game here, trying to wait out, see if they get a little bit too aggressive yet again like they did in the early rounds.
Ratai trying to get a little bit of information there as the Sage still has that ultimate. 4 ultimates online for Alexandria. The Astra ult was used in the last round. Now the slow approach is on. He's going to have a pincer here, though. It's going to be a complete crossfire setup, but that blind could potentially be huge. They just got to start firing, and they will do exactly that. Bodies dropping to the floor. Personnel advantage immediately goes the way of Cupertino and Alexandria. They have to back up out of this. This is not an advisable spot to have to operate from. Saturn has to get out of that. Luckily, they didn't drop the spike, though.
Yeah, that's very key, especially with that Killjoy ulti coming down. They're not going to be able to find any detains off of this, as Astra's going to go into Astral form, try to set up some smoke, set up some concuss angles, just to try to get over to C.
And the interesting thing here is there's nobody over on the site. The site is completely theirs if they just make that push, and they're going to do exactly that. It's Emperor, the first player in.
20 seconds
out, but they have the player personnel disadvantage. 4v2 as the spike goes down. Time ticks into red, but it does not matter. They have to set this thing up so well.
Okay.
I have C-Long.
So here's the thing. C-Long is your angle to play. Saturn did get hit by the Breach ultimate. I don't think anyone knows that he's playing so close right here. Here's the operator shot. Bring out to the right. Finds one. Gonna try to swing it. Oh, but Trash Tier gets the off shot down onto Saturn.
But Emperor has the angle. Emperor has the angle, but Trash Tier has the gunny. And the round out of Cupertino. You cannot ask for more out of their Jet.
I mean, Trash Tier, literally aim down sight, hits it true right down C-Long. I mean, you can't stop it. You can't stop it. 9-1 now for Cupertino.
9-1, and again, Alexandria, they have to find an opportunity to start fighting back here. They had that first round where you thought, hey, that's good execution there. They got that spike down. It's just been a matter of player personnel advantage. They're losing out in those fights, and when you're losing in numbers, it's so hard to operate from on the attacker side of things because you just can't lock down those sites. You're going to be retaken, and ultimately the defenders are just going to have so much wiggle room to work with. That's what we've been seeing through these first 10 rounds.
Yeah, and if we look at the econ right here, something really key to note is that they're actually buying here. In the second to last round, they're opting to buy for the side of Alexandria, which could leave them in a pretty difficult spot coming into the next round. And here comes Jin coming up a long, seeing if he can see anything whatsoever. That's all we ask for. Sovadart finds one. Beautiful shots. He does get a couple of tags onto the Asteroid, which is very, very helpful as slowly but surely the A push is coming through straight from A long. Let's see if anything can come of it. Dart gets shot out. Killjoy turret still up top. Killjoy alarm is going to be triggered as well. One down for Gray.
Oh no! Oh no!
Remaining.
Oh no!
Spike down.
Emperor, the last player standing, has to climb Mount Everest in this bout. That's not going to be anything doable there. Tsubasa calls the round flawless.
Round
number 11 out of Cupertino.
I don't like to use this word too much. That was a massacre, my friend.
It absolutely was. I mean,
1 second,
just the way that they lined up, the way that the Astro was able to pull things in, and just, they couldn't get out of that Alexandria. Gray was just, again, popping off. Now on the operator, though. That's a little bit of a switch up.
Interesting.
Double.
Okay. All right. You know what? We're having fun here. 10-1. I mean, let's
Gray
see.
might be playing in a pub, but
Let's
it's
see.
okay.
It's fine. He thinks it's a pub. It's fine. Nothing really is going to happen here. We actually have a 5-man split. See what happens. The flash will come out from Arena. Doesn't really find anything of note, but the op shots are ringing. They think that Jet might be A long because they're not too sure if they actually have that other operator.
Yeah, and Saturn going to be holding that middle angle, just waiting for someone to chow him out, and very good on Cupertino's side. They're not getting too aggressive. That's the thing that I like about them, is they know when to get aggressive. Some teams on the defensive side are just pure aggression. Cupertino, no. They know when to get aggressive. That is why they are so dominant in this game now. Gray, though, the lone player on this A side is going to need some help. Has the Vandal checked in, though. What can we do? 4 players right around the corner. Has to land the shots. Jin will open with the first frag. Off-screen, Cupertino gets one as well.
Yeah, key thing to note, Empress is popped. The Empress is online. Finds a second. Jin, this is your time. Wall goes up as well. Spike is planted down. 45 seconds left on the clock. Cupertino needs this to basically guarantee that they only need to win 2 more rounds. But Jin has a lot to say about this. Shoots out the Sovadar. Will get one. Will find the third. Jin just for 4. Oh, but will not find the ace.
Hey, you secure the round. At this point, the ace would have been nice. Would have been a nice clip for Reddit, Twitter, whatever you want to say. It's still a nice clip with the 4K. And also you get the round. Sproutai, good play out of him. And in a spot like this, again, you absolutely need every round. Now we switch into the other side, though. How can that affect this entire situation? That is the question that we are going to be seeing here.
10-2. I've seen bigger comebacks. It's not impossible. But key thing to note is Cupertino has the driver's seat. We know that.
100%.
But with their playstyles, they also have that driver's seat. That's what's really scary about this, is they know when to be aggressive. They know when to play defensive. So let's see if Alexandria can actually decide when it's going to be that, or will it all come crumbling down.
Attackers that know when to be defensive, that is the deadliest thing that you can see out of any attacker side comp. I feel like Cupertino, they've shown that they can do it the other way around. Same thing, different font here. What can they do? It's Gray the Rambo trying to take that middle control. They're going to give it to him, at least for the time being. It's going to be Saturn on this B site all alone. It's going to come down to this 1v1. This 1v1 is going to be so pivotal for this round. And not only this round, but the tempo that we are going to be set in the switch here.
I mean, yeah, the tempo of this game has just been so insane. Saturn versus Rambo. That's what we're looking at right now.
Support, 52 HP, and Saturn has to back up into the site. Luckily, a lot of cover to work with here, but he's going to need his reinforcements to come in and come in quick. Does manage to find one through the smoke, though, as Jin. That entry is going to be so big for Cupertino.
Last
And
player
Tsubasa,
standing.
last player standing. How the turns have tabled here. A flawless round out of Cupertino to kick us off on the defensive side. Oh no, it's not over, Explosive.
It's never over until it's over, baby. Wow, what a beautifully done round right there from Alexandria.
Purely perfect execution.
Yeah, they actually used the enemy team's smokes against them.
So
that was
good.
so smart because
good.
they placed one of the Astra vulnerability circles
there.
in the smoke and pulled them all in. Such
what?
well done and a
Don't keep them
smart
ground.
heads-up play from Alexandria right there. But again, it ain't over till it's over, baby. 10-3 now. And as we're going into this next round, Wall will go up on Garage, trying to make sure with Bucky in hand that no one can get into Garage.
So much presence here, though, down mid, but with the classics in hand, going up against the Buckies, going up against the Spectres, this one is going to be a tough hill to climb. Inside of Cupertino, they already come in. Saturn with one, sending the shots through the smoke, and is going to connect. Trash here just can't connect. Does eventually find the kill onto Saturn, evens things up, but that spike is down. Alexandria, they still have the gunnies.
Now 4-on-4, but okay, I was about to say the Trash Tier's HP, so it doesn't really matter.
Can someone PC check him? Can someone PC check that?
Last player
Broken! Broken! Alexandria are coming out firing.
I mean, PC check him, man. The first
He
bullet.
just fired through that wall and
First
just
bullet!
knew. The sixth sense there. It took one bullet.
One bullet, this man goes, hey, I know where you're at. Bop, and he's gone.
Yep.
That's all it takes. I
That was
mean,
a
that's
fantastic way to turn online for Broken there. Coming up big in that round. 3 kills.
Right there.
Now Alexandria, for the first time in this game, completely in the
That'll
driver's seat here, but also take a look at Cupertino again. That third round, very pivotal here for the side of the attackers, because now they have the gun advantage in terms of Vandals and Phantoms all being online here. Alexandria is going to have to climb a little bit of a hill here, but they again have that early motivation.
oh, they are getting hyper aggressive here on the C log.
Oh,
Tsubasa is going to be the only one holding here. Oh no, everyone's going to get caught in the Cypher trap. The tripwire goes off, but Rambo finds the opening pick of the round onto Saturn. Cage will go up as well, as they're going to try to two-prog this. Rambo taking
Rambo,
solo.
how are you still alive?
Who knows? But he does end up falling. And now Vandal in hand, 3-on-4. Let's see what they can make out of this for the side of Cupertino.
Alexandria here, player personnel disadvantage. Could be a potential turn in the tides here. Spotted him out, but does not expect Spidey to be coming on the other side. The pincer there, so good. Out the side of Cupertino now, 2v4 situation here. Rotation towards that site is on. Nemo going to be leading the charge straight in, using all that utility to lock this thing down, and it's going to be a very difficult approach here for Alexandria to try and break their way back in. They're going to have to go through that main door. Maybe grab some high ground here, that could be huge, but the Jet sitting up there, you're going to have to contest that first.
Yep, Trashed here, just hiding, waiting for someone to please push me. That's all I ask, is Broken's gonna go in.
Oh, this is really slow.
Oh, the timing!
Eddie Tsubasa, how is he still alive? Oh, the kills come through, but Nemo with 2 on the board is able to prevent a disaster there, and Cupertino regain.
I was scared there for a second, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, yeah,
That opening trade, I mean, that's the definition of Valorant timing. You know, you
You
get
look away and
peeked.
you get gunned out of your
Yeah,
boots.
exactly. You're just like, I'm gonna look away for half a second, see if they're going up, and there they are. Every single time. Oh, no. So, we're gonna see what happens now. 11-4.
Economics here. Again, we want to point it out. I feel like we're just hosting an Economics 101 class, but Alexandria in the pit now once again. Even though they won those first 2 rounds, that third round is so huge for setting that momentum, setting that pace. Cupertino only need 2 rounds on the board, and they advance within this bracket. Could potentially send Alexandria into that lower. And Emperor is getting very aggressive here, knows that time is of the essence, but this is not very advisable. When you have so many players, does manage to get traded out though.
All right. It's a good trade
Might
to
not
start
actually
off.
be that bad of a decision, especially with the lack of presence here out of Alexandria.
Good choice here to give up the site, play for the retake. You know no one can be on your backside quite yet, so just a matter of pushing up forward, making sure that, you know, hey, we can take some space, but not too much space, as Rambo finds the first hit. Oh no, it's all falling apart already. Nemo finds another one.
Saturn! Very nice Sheriff kill, but it's going to have to get another to equal it out. 2v3, personnel advantage going the way of Cupertino. They have that spike down as well. It's very hard for Alexandria to make an approach into this site here. They're grouped up, have the Sheriffs in hand. Tsubasa, smoke goes down, and Jin has his number. Gray now, first line of defense, gets one, but gets traded out by Saturn. A 1v1 here. Vandal versus Sheriff, and Saturn will be shut down eventually. The trades equal out. Cupertino, 1 round away from advancing within the bracket.
This is the hardest position in all of Valorant to be in. When you are down against a team who has 12 round wins, you have to be flawless. You cannot make a single mistake from here on out, because if you do, it's done.
And now,
the game's
on the side
over.
of Alexandria, they have to play for that overtime as well. They can't just win it outright. They're going to have to go into overtime. They're going to have to win so many rounds here, 8 rounds straight, if they want to keep their upper bracket hopes alive. Again, they have that lower bracket that they can potentially rely on here. The aggression out of Alexandria. They know time is of the essence here. Trash Tier will trade that out immediately, and Nemo off screen gets that kill off onto Emperor, gains personnel advantage the way of Cupertino.
Is that 12 HP on Trash here? Is that actually 12 HP? Oh,
still kicking. He's still kicking. Saturn reading this all the way through, though. Astro Wall still up here.
Attacker kills.
He's got to watch his corners. He got to watch your corners.
He gets one. He gets one. Attacker, the Killjoy ult from the attackers is going to go off as the spike is going to get planted down. It's a 3v2, but Trash Tier is so incredibly low on health that it could almost be a 2v1, but that gun is so important. Trash Tier heading back down onto site is going to actually give up that positioning in heaven, as Broken has a good position. No one's actually holding close here. They're both going to go for the same angle here, as we are going to swing it wide. They don't see anything close, but that nade is so incredibly important. Short nades are popped. Time is ticking. One will fall. Broken. Oh, but Trash Tier so low. Oh, here comes the Cypher R. Oh, no. Trash Tier. Time is ticking.
Player standing. Time ticking away, and Nemo's going to call game. Cupertino advances to round 2, sends Alexandria into the lower bracket.
Yeah, lower bracket. There they go. But man, what a dominant performance from Cupertino.
Yeah, they were looking so good. You see that feed there. Can we talk about Rambo, though? 29 and 13. Are you kidding me? And Nemo turning online down the stretch there. Fantastic showing there. Alexandria, they put up a good fight. They were able to find those moments when they needed them. It just came down to the fact that those moments were not enough. When you're at the NAFs, you have to turn those moments into consistency, and that is what they were struggling to do throughout.
I think now, Gray the Rambo is now one of my players to watch in this entire tournament. Just gonna say it. This man's crosshair placement is disgusting.
It's elite.
Oh, so good. So beautiful to watch happen.
I mean, love him frying on the shotguns, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, and we're going to actually have a couple of replays coming up from this last match, just showcasing the dominance. I mean, look at this. Holding C long. Beautiful shots from Rambo.
It started in round 1 with that 3-piece.
I mean, every shot, he just knows where he wants to aim at. Tsubasa just spraying down with the Ares as Rambo comes out with the shotgun. I mean, man, they're working on all cylinders. They have a great game plan going into this map, and they execute it near to perfection, only dropping just 4 rounds.
Yeah, and we talked about it. They started off on the defensive side of things. We talked about how difficult that might have been, given the fact that, hey, you have 3 sites to guard, only 5 players. How are you going to divvy that up? It felt like every single time when they had issues, they had the rotations to go. Otherwise, it was so flawless the way that they had everything going. They were reading like a book the way of Alexandria.
Yeah, I mean, the playbook, it was there. It was right in front of them. They were looking right down at it. I mean, mwah.
Bill Belichick-esque there.
Bill Belichick. Yeah, you got that right. I mean, man.
I think the crowd liked that a little.
Yeah, a little bit. That's a good one. That's a really good one, actually. I wasn't expecting that one. That was good. But, I mean, man,
it was
brutal.
Again, you had those moments out of Alexandria, though, and those moments cannot be discounted. They are going to wreak some havoc in that lower bracket. I'm looking out for Jin. Jin was absolutely frying in some situations, And on the Sheriff, he had great crosshair placement. He had some great moments.
Yeah.
Look for him to potentially lead the charge the rest of the way for Alexandria. And if he is on, Alexandria is on.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree completely. I think the biggest thing to note for them going into the lower bracket is watching how that comp changes. It didn't really work out for them with the Cypher necessarily. I mean, sure, they got some really good information. Oh, I love it. I love it, man. It's great. But he wasn't actually able to get as much information as you wanted to get out of it. And the Sky was hit or miss with the flashbangs too, which is really, really, really brutal. So, I mean, overall, not bad. It's going to be really interesting to see where this goes, though, for both teams.
No, you have to look out for Cupertino in this upper bracket. Again, they've proved why they are here live in Orlando. You have to be a very special kind of breed to make it here to this live venue, to be able to compete on LAN in Valorant at this age. We haven't even made mention of the fact that these kids are so cracked.
They are,
and they're also young.
They are 8 to 18.
And they would outgun both of us.
Both of us. Well,
both of us.
Depends on the day. No, I'm kidding. Who am I kidding? They're going to outgun me. Who am I kidding? I'm washed.
That was a great way to kick things off. I mean,
yeah.
Cupertino, again, look out for them. I want to see them go up against Triangle Minotaur.
I think that might be their next round, too.
I think that might be the next round. And, of course, we'll have updates throughout the day on how the Valorant is panning out here. But, again, look for Cupertino. Look for Alexandria to try and make a run in that lower bracket. They are not done yet. They have that lower bracket, but also we talk about the lower bracket, the way that is going to work. Now, from this point forward, if you make any mistakes, you are out.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty brutal here. And I mean, man, what an amazing game that we just witnessed. We are going to be going here to a quick little break. That way we can get teams all rotated around and get ready for our next game, Fortnite! At 10:30.
At 10:30.
Yep.
At 10:30.
That.
We're going to see some kids crank some 90s.
Oh, yeah. Crank some 90s, build some walls, frag out. I want to see some absolute action here as we are going to head straight to that commercial break, and we'll see you guys back here at 10:30.
Don't go anywhere.
Planning for college? At Class 101, we help our students develop college lists, stay on top of deadlines, maximize scholarship opportunities, write those essays, and so much more. With our 10 services, we'll help your student get into the right college at a price your family can afford. It's simple. We work around your schedule, one-on-one, and every student will have a list of items to complete with deadlines before their next meeting. We work with students as soon as 8th grade and offer a comprehensive roadmap to make the path to higher education simple and more enjoyable for families. But remember, it's not just about getting your student into college. It's about helping them find their future.
Yo, Umi, you there?
Yep, I'm back. Are you ready?